Going on, little chickens? All right, man. If I don't look like it's 7 in the morning, well, it is 7 in the morning. So if I look like trash, there's a reason for it. Anyway, man, I was gonna retire, and then I decided that God keeps pushing things on me, dude. God is not gonna leave me alone. I mean, that's all there is to it. So I can't sit on my butt like I like to, so I gotta preach. So I'm gonna come back here and there, I guess. By popular demand, which would be the Lord. Anyway, guys, here's today's subject. I follow a lot of channels, and it doesn't mean I agree with them. Okay, in fact, 99% of all the channels I follow, I only agree with maybe 20% of their content, but I just pick what I need and things of that nature. So let that be known. Okay, so if you guys see channels that I follow, you think that I really, you know, I'm recommending them. No, that's not the case. Okay. One such one the other day is called Israeli News Live. I watch him very little. The other day he made a video about Jesus being God. Okay, so here we go again. Okay, I made a comment. People come and attack me. That I said Jesus isn't God. Oh yes, he is. He's God. He's God in the flesh. La da 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 da. So here we go. Here we go. On the merry-go-round again, because that's all it is, guys. I've been in a million debates. We go round and round and round and round and round. Nothing ever gets done. I mean, it's a waste of my time, really. But I need to make this video again one more time because I want to make, this is what I'm going to use again to throw at people, which I'm going to do now. I'm going to take this video. I'm going to throw it back at some of these people that just attacked me, just to let them know. Years ago, I was sitting in church, and the pastor said something about Jesus being God. And I'm like, whoa, something right there. Okay. Wait. What's going on? So this girl that used to be an usher, I was talking to her all the time. And I caught her outside the whatever. And I asked her, I said, he said that Jesus is God. I said, what's up with that? Okay. And even she could not give me a straight answer. She's like, well, this, well, that, well, it's complicated. It's confusing. And I'm thinking, yeah, you know what? Satan is the author of confusion. So what I did, guys, I simply went home and over time, I started debating all these people in all these chat rooms. And I come to find out, and I soon realized that it was like 5 or 6 scriptures that they were all using to determine that Jesus is God. Okay, all of them, 5 or 6 out of the whole Bible. If you read the Bible, it's very clear that Jesus is not God. He's praying to God. He's talking to God. He literally said he was taught everything by God. Okay, you got instances where God is in heaven looking down on Jesus and saying, this is my beloved son who I am very well pleased. I sent him to do a job. He's doing a great job. Dude, how can you say that Jesus is God when you read things like that? Okay, Jesus went over and over, Jesus never told anybody to worship him. He told you to worship the Father. But anyway, there's 4 or 5 or 6 scriptures. Jesus is the Word is God, the Word came in the flesh, manifest in the flesh, I am, the Father and I are one. Okay, so those are some of them. And so what I did, guys, is I looked at all 6 of those very, very closely, and I started reading them. I'm like, you know what? These are not saying what most people are saying they think they're saying. Okay, this is not saying. So anyway, just like manifest in the flesh. Okay, they're all using it, but if you look up manifest in a dictionary, you will soon see that being manifest does not mean that I jump from my body into somebody else's body, take a trip to another planet, and go that route. That's not what manifest means. Okay, I'm not even going to explain it. I've already done it down in the video down below. So if you guys want to see it, go see it. I'm not getting on the merry-go-round. So anyway, guys, here's the dilemma. Okay, this is what Satan is doing. I'm going to say it again. If I claim that Jesus is Mary or Moses or Harry or my next door neighbor, okay, and that either one of them died on the cross for me, okay, we got a problem. Okay, do you guys all agree with that? Do you agree with that? If I'm telling you right now, if I said that my next door neighbor is Jesus and that woman or man or whoever it is, they died on the cross for me, do we have a problem? Okay, you're going to agree with me that, yeah, we got a problem. Okay, but now, what if I said that, Jesus is God and now God died on the cross for me? Okay, well, we don't have a problem now because you're so convinced that Jesus is God. Okay, you're not convinced that Jesus is my neighbor, but you are convinced that Jesus is God. Okay, so you're going to go with that. Okay, and I'm telling you right now, okay, that you're reading 4, 5, 6 scriptures the wrong way, because God himself, the God the Father, this is what these Christians and all these people are being deceived into believing. They're saying that God died on the cross. Okay, you guys see where I'm going with this? This is what Satan is doing. God did not die on the cross. His son died on the cross. Okay, God did not shed his blood. God was up on the throne looking down. You've seen Jesus hanging on the cross talking to the Father, why have you forsaken me? He was even looking out at the Roman soldiers and he said, Father, please forgive them. Okay, he was having a discussion with God even on the cross. Ladies and gentlemen, Jesus wasn't coming down off of that cross until God gave the green light. Okay, Jesus didn't have the power. He did not have the authority. Okay, but you guys are so confused and you're so brain twisted. And I'm not picking on anybody. I'm not saying anybody is stupid. Israeli News Live, I'm not saying he's a false preacher. Okay, he's just confused like 100% of all these other churches. Again, Jehovah's Witnesses, they're the only church that says Jesus Christ is not God, but then they turn around and say that Jesus is Michael the Archangel. So they're all, oh my God, it's insanity. It's insanity. Okay, but I'm telling you that Jesus was not coming down off that cross. He did not have the power or authority to give the green light when it was time. Okay, only God, who was sitting on the throne, had that power. So Jesus is not God, guys. So really, what I'm trying to tell you all, what I'm trying to show you, is this a salvational issue? Okay, you know what? I'm not the judge. Okay, I have enough knowledge to know that I better get the right identity. That's between me and God. Okay, other people, other Christians, okay, you're not picking up on it, so I don't know how God is going to judge you. Now there's little jungle bunnies out in the jungle, and they're running around naked. They're climbing trees and eating coconuts and chucking spears. They've never heard of Jesus. They've never read a Bible. They never heard nothing. Now, if you read the Bible, Jesus says that those who hear these words of mine and act upon them, so it's obvious that there's going to be different levels of judgment, okay, and things of that nature. That God is going to judge everybody differently. The house of God gets judged first, and on and on and on and on, all the way down. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to whatever. But, the point is, like I said, God did not die on that cross, and there's millions of Christians that think he did. Why? Because of this thing that's being taught by the churches, by YouTube, and on and on and on. So here's what you guys got to do. I'm going to say it one more time. Grab the 5 or 6 scriptures that seem to say Jesus is God and go over them, okay? Because the rest of the Bible is clear that Jesus is not God. The veil is lifting over here. I'm in my car and I got the cover on, but the wind is blowing it off, okay? So the veil is being lifted. What do you know about that? All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. And again, I'm going to use this video for future reference. I might even take this video and send it to my attackers on Israeli News Live and just let them hear it, because that's exactly what it is, guys. Grab those 5 or 6 scriptures that you're all using. Look at them deeper. The Father and I are one. That's one of them I got hit with. Okay, that's an easy one. That's perfectly easy. The Father and I are one. Jesus also said that he wants you and me to become one with him and the Father. Okay? When you get married, husband and wife become one according to the Bible. So Jesus saying that he was one with the Father just means they have the same mindset. They're on the same track. Okay? They have the same goals, which is to defeat Satan and bring in God's kingdom. Okay? God's kingdom come, God's will be done. You guys understand where I'm coming with that? So that's what Jesus meant when he said the Father and I are one. And that's exactly what Jesus meant when he said that he wishes that you and me become one with him and the Father. Okay, are you guys picking up on that? It's a very simple one there. But even that, many can't understand. Their minds can't process it. They can't get it. They can't understand it. Okay, so right away, ooh, the Father and I are one. That means Jesus is God. Okay, so that's one down. Go after the next 5. Okay, manifest in the flesh. Look up manifest in the dictionary. Figure out what it means. It doesn't mean that God jumped into Jesus's body and took a trip. Okay, God was up on the throne, boys and girls, looking down on Jesus. This is my beloved son, who I am very well pleased. Yo. Anyway, let's just leave it at that. So, again, I'm always looking for ways to wake people up, man. Okay, this is how I do it. I'm going to keep making these videos. Different avenues, different approaches, different this, different that. Sooner or later, I'll get it right. Maybe I will wake somebody up. So far, I haven't had any success. You know, I've debated 1 million people, and 1 million people have not woken up. You know, so I'm not doing it right. Maybe sooner or later, I'll find the key to unlock their minds. All right, guys. Peace out. Take care. God bless. Have a great day. All right. Talk to you in a little bit.